Hello and welcome back to our Flexbox tutorial. In this episode, we'll dive deeper into Flexbox container. In the previous video, we saw how to set up a basic Flexbox container. In this one, we'll explore what more properties Flexbox offer us to lay out content inside of your Flex container. When you create a Flex container, CSS automatically creates two axes, the main axis and the cross axis. The main axis is defined by the Flex direction and the cross axis runs perpendicular to the main axis. As you can see in the image, when items are laid out as flex item, they are laid out along two axes. You can see that the main axis is the direction that the flex items are laid out, and the cross axis is perpendicular to it. You can also notice that we have the main star in the main end and the cross star in the cross end. If you change the direction, let's say you want your items to lay out as a column, the main axle will be now from top to bottom, and the cross axis will be left to right. So, just as a reminder, you know that we create our flex box using the display property with the value of flex, and we define the direction of the items use the flex direction. By default, the value is row. As you can see in our browser, this creates a 3-column layout, but you can change the value to be column if you want them to be laid out as columns. This will be the same thing as we saw in the normal flow. You can also use row reverse. This will change the order of the items, and you can use column reverse. This will change the order of the item but in a column direction. So let's change it back to row. Now let's see what happens when we add more items inside your Flex container. So let's go to our HTML right here and paste more items. Right here I add 4 more articles. We can see right here the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. When we go to our browser, you can see that all the items are now stretched. This is because by default, CSS will try to feed all the items inside of your Flex container. This will break your layout. To solve this problem, CSS offers you another property that's called Flex Wrap. When you use this value, this will make your Flex container create more rows to feed the content inside. We have to use this property in combination with another one that's called Flex property. We'll see this property in an upcoming video, but for now we can define the value to show how the item will grow and define a minimum width for each item. Let's say 400 pixels in width. When you save this, now we have each row with 2 columns inside. As you can notice, the last row has only 1 article inside. This article will grow and fill the container. We can change the value. Let's say now we want 300 pixels, and this will create a 3-column layout. And you can notice that the height of each row is defined by the tallest content right here. You can see that the first row it's bigger in comparison to the second and to the third. You can also use percentage value instead of using pixel value. Let's say you want each item to be at least 25% in width. Save it, and this will give you still the same results right here. So CSS also offers you a property called Flex Flow. This is a shorthand property for the flex direction and the flex wrap. When you define the flex flow, the first value will be the value for the direction, let's say row, and the second value will be for the wrap, let's say wrap right here. Save it, and this will give you the same result as before. Let's use no wrap for the value now, and this Flexbox will try to fit in all the columns inside of your wrap. And you can also use wrap reverse. Save it, and now you see that the order of the items have changed. Now let's say let's change it back to wrap. Now let's say we want now the second article to become bigger. You can come right here, target this article element, and use it in combination with pseudo element number of type, let's say number 2. And now our flex property will make this grow 2 times, and the minimum width will be at least 50%. Save it, and now your second column is bigger. So you can use this flex property to make your columns inside your flex container bigger or smaller. So this is it for this video. In the next episode, we'll explore in detail how we can size flex items. Stay tuned.